I'm Anarchy. I'm with Rob Moz. This is Mozzcast. What's going on, Rob?
Yo, 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 what's going on YouTube?
Man, it feels like forever since we had an episode. It's just been a week, but
Over a week, yeah.
over a
Yeah.
week. How you doing, Rob? How's things going over there?
Man, life is good, man. Another beautiful day.
So, we were talking about pop culture stuff and cards and toys and everything, and I thought of some questions to bring up because I still don't know much about baseball cards, basketball cards, football cards, and the grading aspect confuses me.
Sure.
So I was thinking we could bounce some ideas. I could bounce some ideas off of you, and maybe you could answer the questions that I have, and maybe the questions I have, other people have the same questions, right?
Sure.
So
Absolutely.
grading anything, grading comic books, grading basketball cards, grading baseball cards it obviously makes the value the card more valuable.
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, it depends. You can get it graded and it could be something that you thought it wasn't, be a way lower grade than you thought it would be. So let's say you pay for the card to be a 10,
Mm-hmm.
but it comes back a 7. Well, the math doesn't work out right with that.
Right. There's no sense in even getting it graded at that point.
Well, and sometimes there's stuff you can't see that you just don't know,
Oh,
So,
right.
yeah,
That's why you have
even
tools to.
comic books and toys and this and that, grading is always suspect. It's a gamble. It's a gamble when you're buying something raw to get it graded versus buying it already graded,
Right. And I've used this as an example before, but many, many years ago, I had picked one of my Incredible Hulk comics to get graded, and I picked out the one that I thought was the best looking book to my eye. Right? This thing had the corners, the best corners I could find, and those smudges, and I was like, I'm just going to send this in to CGC, which is the grading company, the main grading company for comic books, and I just wanted to see what the grade would come back as, and the grade came back as an 8.5. That wasn't. It wasn't an expensive book. It wasn't like Incredible Hulk 181 or anything. It was just something that I saw that was nice. I just wanted to see what grade it would come back as.
Right.
And the grade came back as an 8.5, which surprised me. Dude, I thought thing would come back as a 9.4 or something. 9.6.
Right. For anything modern, that's a modern book. I'm going to take it, right? That's yeah. Anything modern, anything under a 9.8 isn't even worth getting graded.
Right, I would agree.
Yeah. To develop the eye, see, you're training yourself. If you would have kept doing it, you would have learned what. Because you can actually, I think from CGC, you can actually get the report back saying what was wrong with it.
Okay.
You might have to pay a little extra or something like that, but you can actually, you have to use lights. You have to light the book, and you gotta. Use magnifying glasses and go around it. If that's a game you want to play,
Right.
And anything modern is tough. It's tough.
This was like Incredible Hulk 300 and I don't remember the exact
modern.
number. Yeah, 385 or something. It wasn't like vintage Incredible Hulk 102 or even 181. It was just something I did as a test.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
But along those lines, right, you have, for comic books, it's CGC is the main grading company. Now, for basketball cards, baseball cards, football cards, there's a ton of grading companies, right?
There's really 2 big ones, and then there's a couple minor ones,
Who are the big ones? Besides PSA,
BGS, you probably remember everybody if you ever had sports cards, you would always buy the Beckett magazines.
Right.
See the price. Well, that's what BGS. Yep. They developed their own grading system. It's the Beckett.
Beckett grading system. Oh, I did not. I had no idea. No idea that was that. And okay, so another one that I have bought cards years ago just to stash away was mintgrading.com. Right? they seem kind
Mm,
of worthless.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
They
know,
are.
a card that was worth $20, you get a graded 10 from mintgrading.com, and it would still be worth the $30, right?
Yes, yeah, maybe less.
Right?
Yeah.
They just seem really, really worthless. So,
Um.
why would
I-
somebody use mintgrading.com? I'm just not getting. Why would obviously it's probably cheaper
well,
than.
uh, a lot is perception, and PSA
Mm,
and BGS have the perception that they grade the cards the hardest. So when they get a 10 from them companies, it's a legit 10.
right.
Where mintgrading.com, whatever it was, they're putting out a lot of 10s. So you're sending your cards in and you're getting, there's no backbone to the company because they're just grading cards and putting out 10s and people are happy with that, but there's nothing to support that 10 to say that it's a legit 10.
Right. Right.
So that drives the value down on the other outside of PSA. BGS, SGC is another up and
Oh,
coming one,
okay.
and that's SGC was mainly vintage and older stuff. That's they would do mainly baseball and vintage, but now since COVID and since the explosion of cards, people are trying to find alternative ways, like you with the mint grading,
Mm-hmm.
to get their cards graded because it's taken. I,
Oh,
I
for
I have cards in 8 months. Still
wow.
haven't got back. Yeah, I sent them
Wow.
in March.
So there's definitely a backlog because of COVID at these better
Yeah.
places, the more renowned places. There's a wait time. Whereas mint grading might be like, oh yeah, we'll get your cards back to you in a week.
And that was SGC. SGC came out and they were always, like I said, they did vintage and people, never priced them like a BGS or a PSA card. And they still aren't. They're still under
Hmm.
because people don't believe their grading standards are up to what PSA and SGC grade at. Um, but the turnaround time was so fast. So people were sending modern cards to SGC and getting them back real fast. So
Hmm.
people just wanted their cards graded, which I think is a dumb. You're just throwing away money that way.
Right.
Be patient. Let these companies work it out. It's took them by storm. The amount of volume of
I
cards
bet.
that it's like anything. They weren't prepared for it. There's a lot of different. From what I understand, the new trend and what BGS is going after right now is computerized grading,
Mm.
where you would take the cards to your local card store and have the cards back within hours, where they would put them into a machine to be graded and then slabbed in the machine and then spit out. I guess I haven't seen it. I just heard about it.
Oh, is that new? That's something new that they're doing?
It's being worked on.
Oh,
It's
wow.
being worked on.
I
So
see
you'll
a
be able
lot
to.
of problems with that, though. I don't know. I mean, I know if you scan something, you get a lot of detail on whatever you scan, but I still don't see. You have to have the card in person, in my opinion, to see the smudges and the corners and the center, like, or even the tools that you have to look over cards. Wouldn't it make sense to have the card in front of you? Doesn't it? Like
Sure, sure.
more so
I,
than. I mean, I get everybody wants to go digital, right?
I don't I don't think it's going to be scanned. You're actually going to put the card into this machine, and the machine is going to have, I don't know, 20 cameras in it that focus on corners and edges and surface.
Oh
That's
wow.
all they do, and the card will run through there, and then be graded inside the machine and then spit out like a lottery ticket.
Right.
Like you don't know what you're getting.
Wow. That's
But that's
interesting.
all. That's prototype stuff right now. But
Right.
that's what I heard. BGS is putting their money
Oh
into
wow.
right now to
Okay.
develop that technology.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm curious as to what kind of results are getting from doing that in the prototype stage.
Right.
Even with all the cameras and that you can have, I still see the I still in my head think the better results is how they've been doing it for the last 10, 20 years is in hand, up close and personal and doing it. I know it's got to be a tedious, long process, obviously with the backlog that they have, right? But
Sure.
man, everything
Now,
wants to go digital, but
you
man,
know how you can go to CGC, a comic show, and CGC will be there, and they'll
right.
actually grade your comics
I was just
that
thinking
day.
about that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, BGS also does it, and but in the BGS, and we're going to talk about this in a little more detail in a little bit. The BGS card has subgrades on it, so they'll grade the card an overall grade, let's say a 9.5 or a 10, but then they'll have subgrades on the card to say that the corners are 9.5, the centering is a 10, the edges are 9.5.
Oh
So
well, like a graded action figure from AFA
AFA,
does, right?
yeah,
So they have like the bubble, if it's what kind of condition the bubble is in, what condition the card is in, what condition
yeah,
the figure is in. So,
yeah.
oh wow, that's going to take it an extra step with cards, right?
Sure, and I'll show you some examples. Real quick. This is a PSA graded card right here.
Okay,
As you can see, it's there's no subgrades on it. You just see a Gen Mint
that's
10.
what I'm used to seeing. That's the
Yeah,
normal, right? Right.
that that's PSA. And now they don't tell you if the whole you just assume the whole card is perfect.
Oh,
I would
right.
say,
Uh huh.
but you can obviously tell on certain PSA cards the centering is off.
Mm-hmm.
There's a nick corner. So they're using some kind of grading to where I think a lot of PSA has eye appeal. So the card doesn't have to be perfect, but if it looks perfect, they'll give it a 10. You
Mm.
know, and I think a lot of people stand behind PSA and they tend to feel they grade hard enough on the card to where it is a 10.
That's
So
where the
that's why
value is. It seems like on eBay, at least on the cards, it's the PSA graded stuff.
yes.
Even
Well,
the BCS seems like they're still under, not
the
as
BGS
valuable.
10, the BGS 10 is way over PSA 10.
Is it really? Oh, I didn't
Way
know.
this
BGS.
is an example of a PSA 10. I mean a BGS 10, sorry.
Okay.
And as you can see, it's 10 pristine, not gem mint. It's a pristine card, so it's absolutely perfect on all corners, all edges, all surfaces, no scratches, no dents, no fingerprints.
Mm-hmm.
The centering is right on, perfect done every aspect of it. Very hard to get a BGS 10.
Oh, okay.
Very, very hard. Uh, I would say out of 10, you might get a half point 0.5. So 9.5 of the cards of 10 cards you send in won't be a 10. They're very hard to get 10s. Um, and then this is what I call this is a true Gen Mint 9.5
Hmm.
BGS. This sells slightly under a PSA 10. And as you can see from all the subgrades here, they're all 9.5s.
Right. Right.
know, and you could even have some. I have some where a couple of these, like maybe one or two of these, is a 10, and
Mm-hmm.
then a couple 9.5s, and it's still a 9.5. It's not a 10. You have to
Oh
have four
wow.
10s. You got to have all four of them subgrades have to
I
be
had no
10.
idea. Is this something new that they started doing?
No, BGS always done it.
Oh.
Yeah. So the BGS 10 is always one of the top selling cards out there.
Okay.
It's because it's a true mint card. A pristine they call it.
Right.
Where the PSA 10, there's no subgrades.
Right. Right.
So you're just going off what they're telling you, but you can obviously on some cards, and maybe not this one so much, you can see the centering is slightly off. The corner may be nicked.
Right.
There's reasons why this shouldn't be a 10.
Mm-hmm.
But people tend to want to pay more for a PSA. Now, this is an example of a BGS 9.5 Gem Mint, but not a true Gem Mint. Now, as you see, the centering is a 9.
Right.
So this isn't a true Gem Mint 9.5, but the four together averaged 9.5.
Right, I got you.
So they made it a 9.5 Gen Mint, where this every one of these was 9.5.
9.5, right.
So that's a true Gen Mint. So that's where I've been taking my collection is to the true Gen Mint. I don't think it's been noted yet to be more valuable than a PSA 10, and I think at some point they are going to be.
Oh, okay.
Because you can obviously see where the grades are on this card.
Right.
And I think anybody that wants to put big money into a big card, they want to know what's wrong with it.
Oh, absolutely. I
You
agree.
know,
I think that's a heck of a way. I had no idea a card company was getting down that deep into their grading. I just thought it was like the PSA card you showed. It was straight up
yeah,
a 10 just by looking at it. There's no corners, there's no centering, there's no, something could be off on it and still get a 10. I thought
sure.
that's how all the companies were doing it. I didn't realize it was a company doing it like the action figure grading company does it.
Yes.
AFA.
Yeah. And the difference between this Gem Mint 9.5 BGS card is worth slightly less than this true Gem Mint.
I can see that. Yep.
You know,
Somebody would be willing to pay a premium or more money just because all four categories get to 9.5.
and at some point, my thinking is this is going to be higher than the PSA 10, the true Gem Mint 9.5, not the 9.5, not
Right,
this.
right. I got you.
The true Gem Mint 9.5. I think at some point it's worth investing in these cards right now.
Hmm.
You can get them slightly lower than PSA 10s.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you can get really good deals on them. Where PSA 10s tend to be, pretty high, and pretty secure in their pricing. But I think at some point the collectors are going to want to know what they're
Right.
paying.
I
You
would
know,
agree with that, with what you said completely. People want to know. I would think people would want to know the corners and the
yeah,
edges, or the corners and the centering and everything. All four
yeah,
categories.
exactly. Yeah, like you look at this and you're like, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's a
crazy.
perfect card. It's a
Mm-hmm.
perfect card. It's 10, 10, 10, 10 everywhere. It's
Right.
absolutely perfect. Now, another thing to watch out for, and I closely looked at, did somebody on one of the forums put up a fake
Yeah.
BGS 9.5, 9.5, the True Gem Mint 9.5? Yeah, I couldn't tell.
Wow.
I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell it was a fake.
Right.
Nothing about it showed me that it would look just like this.
Did they get through the system, or is it just something they did themselves?
It's something they slabbed themselves.
Okay.
They more or less made a custom of a slab card, and you couldn't tell. And it was an $8,000 card.
Wow.
It wasn't no like $500 or $100. It was an $8,000 Luka Doncic rookie card. You couldn't tell,
Mm-hmm.
which was crazy. And
Interesting.
and really, you just gotta watch, man.
You got to watch everything. Yeah, I remember there was a period where people were on eBay where if they had a comic book that was graded a 9, or no, I'm sorry, if they had a comic book that actually got graded a 7 or an 8 from AFA, they would unslab it and stick it on eBay as a 9 or a VF plus plus mint 9.5, and then half the people they sold them to wouldn't know the difference.
Sure.
It got that grade of a 7 or an 8. They unslab it, try to get more money for it because the person buying it thinks hey, we're going to send this to CGC and get that 9 that you're at. But no, that was the scam going on for a while.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen it. Yeah,
Yeah.
from owning a toy store, I've seen guys bringing books, and one thing about CGC is when you open it, they put paper in between the cover and the first page and the back page in it. And you open it and there's that paper, that CGC paper sitting there, like
So they're trying to they're trying to get you.
they're trying to get you. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's shysters everywhere for sure. You
Well,
gotta watch. You
that-
definitely gotta watch.
that's funny. So Thank you for that information. I really had no idea. Um,
Sure,
and
sure.
people think, oh, they probably went over this before. We did not. You had no idea the questions I was going to ask you in regard to this. So I am
No.
actually learning things from us doing this. Is
Well, to be truly transparent, I told you I wanted to talk about the difference between a true mint BGS card and a PSA. Like, I just didn't pull up them. I had them pictures pulled up
right, right,
because I
right,
knew
right.
you didn't. I didn't know what you were going to ask me, but
Hmm.
I had them pictures ready to go. Yeah,
But
because that's
I
something I
definitely
was going to talk
learning stuff from this. So thank you. Thank you for that.
about. Oh, absolutely,
That was
absolutely.
interesting. So how's the card market right now in general? Because everything seems like the value, toys and vintage toys, and everything seems like it's down right now on at least on eBay from what I saw. How's the card market right now?
Same.
Oh, is
It's
it?
dying. It's going down. Yeah, yeah. It's a slow burn. We just finished the NBA playoffs. We just finished baseball. We're in the middle of football. I, I'm curious to see basketball's coming back. The draft was yesterday.
Okay.
Um, uh, Tuesday. I mean, a couple of days from now is free agency, and by December 22nd is going to be the start of the basketball season, which usually brings the hype back to them cards.
Okay.
So we'll see. We'll see where it goes. This draft class wasn't as strong as last year. Zion Williamson last year was, like LeBron in 2003. People just wanted to collect them, and he brought a lot of hype to the game, to the card market, and people jumped in. And this class, there's not that Zion is not there. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes. I bought a lot of Zion this off season. As soon as the season ended, I
Right.
started buying Zion,
Hmm.
and so we'll see. We'll see what happens with them, and hopefully everything maintains. But also, I'm all right with a little leveling off. You can't afford to buy cars anymore. Just
Right.
everything is so high.
Right. Right.
There's no fun to it. It's all investing. You can't go buy a box of cards and open it, and you're not going to get your money back 9 times out of 10. You're going to lose a lot of money. You're going to
Right.
pay 1,800 for a box, open it
Jeez.
up, and have $300 worth of cards sitting in front of you.
Right. And people are still buying those boxes to hope for that big hit. Right.
The ebb and flow of this is right now. Everybody, I've seen a lot of sales going into sealed wax, so they're buying boxes and they're not opening,
Right.
and there's
I've heard
and
you
they're
told me about that before. Yeah.
yeah. So that's the ebb and flow of this right now. People are thinking ahead, but also at some point it's going to be too much sealed wax held back. It's like anything.
Right.
It'll work through. Um, Breakers are doing better than ever right now. So, and that's complete gable. So that part of the market, people are still interested in it, and it's still growing. It's still got a lot to grow too, Greg. It's still. I think that you're not too late to jump in. You're not. I jumped in when it was low,
Hmm.
and my cards matured a lot. The card I'm sitting there, the Kyler Murray rookie, I paid $250 for it. It could be 700-800 right now, and I don't know. He's playing out of his mind right now.
Is
So
this the card that's on the screen right now?
yeah, the
Oh,
card on the
cool.
screen right now. Yeah, it's a Kyler Murray Contenders Auto. And his rookie card from last year, and this is his second year, and he's playing out of his mind
Hmm.
right now, and he just had a big win the other last week.
Oh, nice.
He's actually playing right now. The game's on right. New game's on right now.
Oh, cool. So,
Yeah,
is it a buyer's market for buying things off of eBay?
sure. Yeah, it's hard to sell, but I've been trying to, like I said, I always reevaluate my collection, and I'm trying to dilute it some, and I think everybody is right now. So
Right.
I took a step back from listing. Toys aren't selling right
Well,
now. I
toys are
sell a lot of
not.
Marvel Legends.
Yeah,
Yeah,
toys are not selling right now at all.
yeah,
Um, I the last few days I've been trying to get some extra money coming in, and things just aren't selling. So, and it looks like vintage toy wise, it's the time to buy because you can get some good deals. So
sure.
that's the same way with cards. For cards right now is probably, buy, see if people can get
Yeah,
some good
it's
deals.
definitely a
And
buyer's market right now. Yeah, Absolutely. If you want to jump in, but I'm not telling you that stuff is as cheap it was when I jumped in, but it's still cheaper, right now.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, it's I, I still think there's lots of room to grow with for cards. There's a lot of people on this planet, and a lot of people love sports, and I think, and also wrestling and soccer and stuff that I'm not into
Hmm.
that are just big, and the card market I still think is a lot of time to grow, and all these 8 to 10 year olds and 12-year-olds that right now are watching YouTube videos of these breakers breaking cards and da da da. They're going to be in it soon, and Zion is their man, and they're going to be in it soon. So,
Right. Uh,
I
I still think we've talked about this numerous times, but I really think there's a lot of money to be made, um, and when times are like this, when it's seems to be a buyer's market instead of a seller's market, I think you can make a ton of money, whatever it is, whether it's buying graded cards or graded comics or vintage toys, or and
sure,
just put them away for 10 years, 5, 10 years, and you're gonna double your money.
sure,
I think
sure.
that time is, the economy's down, people don't have a lot of money. COVID raging through the United States again.
Yeah,
Um,
man.
I think people are in a bad place, and that's that's very very sad. But it does look like people are trying to sell some stuff, and you could make some money off of
Yeah, it's like anything. There's that ebb and flow of keeping your attention. And I think
yeah,
people had nothing to do the first bout of COVID, and they
right,
discovered a lot of different things from
and that
toys to comics.
that made the market skyrocket on
Yeah,
various things.
they were getting stimulus checks. They were
Hmm.
unemployment. Making
Extra money off
time
the
more.
yeah. Hmm.
Sure. Yeah,
Yep.
so there was a lot of money. There was extra money floating to go back in.
Right.
I don't know if we're going to go back to that. I don't know where this is going now. As far as COVID, but it's like you're saying, it's a buyer's market right now because people are just scared, and people lose
Yeah.
interest. You get into it, and I'm in the cards. Maybe you got into cards because I was in the cards, but you're really not interested. You're just interested to get in and get a bite of that, of what was going on at the
Hmm.
time. So I think some of that's going on,
Right.
and buyer's remorse, maybe,
Yeah.
stuff like that, and everybody wants to buy something, including a comic, and they want to see it go up instantly.
Here,
And sometimes,
it's not. You have the time. It's not going to be an instant thing.
sure,
It's a long
sure,
haul. It's a waiting game a lot of times.
yeah,
I mean, and look at Marvel Legends. And that's probably a good segue into what we're going to talk about next. But
sure.
Legends, you buy something and maybe, oh, I'm going to hold on to this for a while so it goes up. But then Hasbro repops it and makes
They screw you.
yeah.
Yes, they.
So a lot of these things we do is generally just for fun. You know.
A good friend of mine, Chris, he was on to this way earlier than me with the legends. I kind of got in 2013, 14, somewhere around there. I don't know.
Right.
And he was like the Aries. He would catch wind of a figure being re-released,
Oh yeah.
and I just paid like $280 for this friggin' Aries built a figure, from back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
early Hasbro. I get it. Next thing I know, they're releasing the same, damn near the same figure on a card.
I,
He
I
sold
rem-
it.
yeah.
He sold
I
this.
remember them
I
doing
held
that.
mine, and I took a bath with it.
Yeah.
I think I sold it. I ended up selling it for like $40 or
But
some shit.
what you're saying is you really took a bath with it. You sat in the bathtub with your figure because you
Yes, and cried and cried.
and you cried.
I cried.
Yeah.
Oh, scrub a
Yeah.
dub dub, man.
Scrub a dub dub. I didn't get no money back.
No, it ain't never coming back. So,
That sucks,
I,
dude. But the same things happened to me.
yeah,
And on various occasions, not just with Legends. I had a period where, I'd want to get some extra money, and I'd sell stuff to your brother who you guys had the toy store for a period of time, and I would, sell him some. As the day I would sell him something, the
Yeah.
next day it would triple in value, but nothing I would hang on to or hold on to would triple in value. But
It would sit there and die in your friggin' basement. But then you sell it and it goes through the fucking roof.
yep, yep.
I've been there. It just seems to always work like that.
I'm going to give you an example. Vintage Power of the Force, Yak Face, and coin.
Oof,
I-
big figure right now.
Yeah, I think I sold it to him. Just say I'm going to throw a number. This might be not accurate. It's what I remember. Maybe $500 for both. Right. The
Oof.
coin itself, the next day, I think, shot
Which
up
nobody wanted the coins. Nobody friggin' wanted the coins.
until the day I sold it. And
Until
that
the day
coin
you sold it.
alone went over like $700. It was crazy. But it wasn't his fault. It was my fault.
Of
You
course.
know, just
Nobody's
wanted to get some
blaming-
extra money in. Like you say, we reassess our collections all the time. I wasn't into it at all.
Yeah.
I bought a repopped or repro Yak Face for $12 on eBay that looked exactly like the vintage one. I still have.
Has that went up? Have you looked?
You can still
Or
get them dirt cheap.
you can still get
And
them.
now they're doing everything, dude. Like blue snaggletooths and
Oh,
the vintage droids. They're repopping. They're redoing. People are what they're doing is 3D printing them in mass quantities. And then
Sure.
you got these guys with talent who are able to paint them exactly like the vintage figure
or better.
or better. And I'm watching an auction right now. I just have it on my watch list, but it's a repro Yak Face, a repro blue snaggletooth, and a repro C3PO and R2D2 from the Cartoon Droids line. You can get all one to what's
Droid stuff was like bottom of the basement cheap.
it was,
You know,
and now it's outrageous. But I
Yeah.
think you can $100 you can get that all of them.
Wow.
Repro they look better than the originals.
Wow.
Wow. It's just nuts what people can do with that stuff. But yeah, man. So Marvel Legends, what's new with Marvel Legends? That's what we're going to talk about.
Marvel Legends, yes. Marvel Legends, man, they're just still, as far as investing in Marvel Legends, it's hard, but collecting Marvel Legends, if you're a collector, you're having a lot of fun with these
Absolutely.
cards, and not cards, figures,
Show me some figures, Rob. Show me some new figures. What do we got coming out? What do we got? I haven't kept up this week, so let's see what we got.
One of the few movies I've bought was Into the Spider-Verse. I love that movie. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I don't think you like it.
No,
right?
I have it as well. I bought it digitally to watch it, and
I bought it through Comcast. I paid $30 for it, and I got my money out of it because I watched this movie over and over again. It's just
it was good.
I think they nailed it. Yeah,
It was definitely good. It was a good film. Probably the best Spider-Man film out to date right now.
Sure.
Into the Spider-Verse. I have not seen these box yet, so
they're gorgeous, man. Yeah.
Wow, that's a nice looking.
Miles.
Yeah, that's a nice looking Miles.
Yeah,
man.
it is. Well, I'm going to skip through a little bit. I want to get them out of the packaging.
Sure.
Look at this.
Yeah, that's.
The Build-A-Figure Stilt Man.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Look at that.
That's going to be. You can make that figure as tall as you want to make it. The legs are coming with the hand ninja. Let me see if I can see that picture. Yeah, there
you go.
The legs are coming with the hand ninja. The hand ninja, they're releasing straight cases of the hand ninja.
Oh, and you can stack the legs.
You can make them 8 foot tall, as tall as your house. Like you could just keep going.
That'll be good when you're back in the bathtub. You'll have this. Oh shit! The Stilt Man in the bathtub with Rob.
Yeah, Stilt Man. I won't drown,
dude. You can make his arm real long to point it to Ares. No, he's really nice. I had no interest in Stilt Man until I just saw this picture that you brought.
Yeah, and you can go as high as you want, as many hand ninjas as you want to buy. I love that. I don't know. this doesn't bring me back to the show, to the movie. I don't know that the accuracy is right on in the face there and all that,
Hmm.
but it's close. It's close, and I love the jacket. I love what they're doing with the details, and they're really Hasbro's stepping up, man. You know, the pinless technology. Look, there's no pins, no more pins in the arms. Peter B. Parker, I loved him in the movie. Did you like Peter B.
I
Parker?
did. I did. Yes. But you
And,
know, to be honest with you, though, I didn't really have interest in this wave when they announced it. But I didn't see pictures, or if
yeah,
if I saw it was just a very quick glimpse of the wave. But these are making me want the wave. These pictures are
yeah.
outstanding.
Now this is just on the Gwen body that we've gotten a couple times, but look at this head sculpt,
Yeah, that's a
man.
great
I
head
think they
sculpt.
really knocked this hell apart.
Yep.
I see the movie all in there,
Yes.
all in
Yeah.
that
Me
head,
too.
yeah, all
Yeah,
in that
they're
head.
really nice.
Look at this, the uncle,
Oh,
right?
that's right. He was in the film. He was the uncle. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. The detail in them cuffs and this always bothered me to break up here. Like, I guess it's what they do, what they can do, but it looks good. It really looks good.
Mm-hmm.
The head looks good. I can see customizers. One, I watched the ACBA podcast, and they talked about this whole wave, and yeah, they're very knowledgeable. And they said that a lot of customizers are going to take this head and repaint it and resculpt it into a masked head
Oh,
like this.
cool.
Yeah. So be prepared to see it. I
Uh,
don't know. Frogman?
I
I don't
don't.
know.
No, I don't really.
Look at
Probably
the
the
eye.
the crapper of the wave would be this one, I would think.
Sure, sure.
Frogman, but
The hand ninja.
the hand ninja, people are gonna want 20 of them.
Sure. Yeah. This is the old body though. You see with the pins and all that. I think they should have stepped it up and did a whole new body for
Yeah,
this.
that was
You
just
know.
that was just fodder for them to make money off the wave. More money off the wave was to put that army builder in. So people want if they want 10 ninjas, 20 ninjas, you can get them.
Yeah.
Spider
Spider Ham.
Ham. I like the Spider Ham they made already.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I'll be getting him. I like the odd characters.
The head is fully posable,
Oh,
so
nice.
it's not static. The head is on a ball joint and can
Oh,
spin
nice.
and turn and tilt and all that.
The
So
other Spider Ham was a static figure, kind of like a statue, a small statue. You couldn't really do anything with it. I
sure,
still liked it, but
this looks way more movie accurate though.
it does.
You
Yeah.
know, yeah, this looks like right out of the Spider Verse.
And there's
Looks
still,
good, man.
yeah, he does.
I don't know anything about Stiltman. I've seen him on a cover of a Daredevil,
I was just gonna say that I've seen him on covers. Yeah.
but I'm liking Stiltman. Like I'm really liking this.
Me
I'm
too.
liking
Me
what they're
too.
doing here. It looks good, man. The detail in there. Oh, I love this. I
Is that
love.
a separate head that comes with him?
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Let me see if I can skip through a little bit, and I think they. Oh, yeah, I missed it. So
Oh,
he's
okay.
coming in with a cup, couple of hands, and the alternate head. Man, I got to get two of them now because I got to
Yeah.
pose them with the heads. Like,
No, I hear you. Yeah, me too. This is where the lack of money comes in when you want, we don't even want two to keep in the package. We don't even want to keep them in the package. We want two to open and rip open and display.
yeah, yeah. I think the detail in this it looks really good. It reminds me of Peter B. Parker from the
Yep.
movie. It really does. And I wonder if they're going to make the blonde-haired Spider-Man that died. Remember you see
Right
the
in the
one
beginning
that
of the
died?
film.
Yeah, yeah. Miles, the shorts. They couldn't do the Nikes though.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Licensing. Imagine what they'd have to
yeah.
pay for that.
Mafex just came out with the Jordan. Did you see that figure? The Mafex Michael Jordan figure
Yes. Mm-hmm.
with the three pairs of Jordans.
Yeah.
I think maybe if you buy that Jordan, you can maybe put some Jordans on your Miles Morales.
Right. Right.
One of the pairs is the ones
Oh,
that
okay.
were in the movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
I'm not crazy about the costume head in this. I don't think that this is movie accurate, but it's close enough. I like it better. Usually, I like the figures masked in costume,
Right. Hmm.
but I think I like this better with just the
Yeah, I
unmasked head
think
on.
you're right. You know why? Because we have a couple Miles Moraleses already that are in the costume. It probably, look kind of the same, but this is a brand. This is a whole new sculpt, whole new figure. Yeah. See, I mean, I bet we can put our regular our Miles suited figure up against this one, and the heads are might be close to the same. So I agree. The unmasked one is definitely the better one.
Right? Yeah, I kind of feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
No,
like I
I
said,
agree. I totally agree.
look at the hood. I wonder how much posability is in this. It's probably all static
Yeah,
back here. Yeah, looks good though, man. The
it does.
shorts and
Yep. Great
definitely.
pictures, dude. Really nice
This,
pictures.
this is I'm on marvelousnews.com.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
that's where I'm at taking
You'll put a
from.
link in the description for people to look at these.
Yeah, yeah, they definitely do a great job. The Gwen, this is the same body we've gotten
Right.
over and over and
Even
over
that
again.
even that hood looks the same.
Yeah, yeah, everything, and I guess Spider Ham's coming with her. That's cool. But this head,
That's
wow,
not. Yeah, it's a good sculpt. Good head
that's how
sculpt.
this is going on my shelf right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I love it. With the little
Mm-hmm.
shaved part there, and they did a good job with this, man.
Yeah, it's cool.
How do you feel about this female body? There are a lot of the posing community, the ACBA community. They're not particularly fond of the female body from Marvel Legends
Oh,
for
okay.
for the
Yeah.
fact of no double elbows. So the arms usually don't go past 90.
Mm-hmm.
So no waist swivel on any female figure. There's no waist
Right.
and no ab articulation.
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah,
can see that, and all your female figures kind of just stand on the shelf in the same pose.
yeah,
All my X-Men women all look kind of the same because of the same body, no extra articulation to get them in different
yeah.
poses.
Oh, this looks beautiful. Yeah, so they, from what I understand, Dwight is that the guy from Hasbro? I think is Dwight. Um,
Oh, Dwight. Yes. Right.
he,
Right. Right. On the Hasbro team.
he
Yeah. Dwight.
he's not. He doesn't want to change the female body because he think it breaks the sculpt too much. It'll break up. There's not enough meat there, like on a male body. Not
Mm.
enough muscle, and he feels like if he puts in the waist swivel and the ab articulation and the double jointed elbows,
I think they need to. I think they at least the waist articulation. I think they need to do that just for
yeah,
something new.
like turn right
Hmm.
and everything. Yeah,
I mean, I can
this
see
is,
some of it being overkill, but they need to do a little bit more with the female body.
yeah. I agree. I think they should push it a little bit more, and I think the new Rogue in the green, she's on the pinless technology, and it
Okay.
looks good. It
Hmm.
looks really good. But the articulation isn't much more than what we have. There's still
Right.
no waist or ab swivel or crunch or nothing like that. These on the Prowler from the Spider Verse figure. I never seen this sculpt before. Have you?
No, no, I was just gonna say that. It looks really nice, really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I never seen. This must be a brand new sculpt.
Yeah.
I can't imagine customizers are going to do something with this. The boot,
Yeah.
uh, nice cape.
Oh
Some money.
shit. Money, money,
Yeah,
money.
that's
That's
definitely
cool.
going to be. Yeah, you could use that on a number of
Oh
figures.
yeah, Kingpin. Heck yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
we're gonna skip. We're gonna skip the Frogman. I know nothing about him. Daredevil, maybe.
right.
What the hell?
Oh, look, springs on the bottom of his feet. That's funny.
Yeah, that is funny. The Hand Ninja. Eh, I'm kind of underimpressed. You
Eh,
know,
me too. I know. I just talked about people probably buying a lot of them because they want the army builder, but um, I'm I'm not overly impressed either, especially since Hasbro just did the army builders for the GI Joe GI Joe classified line. So we just got ninjas from Hasbro, and this just, in my opinion, you just got those GI Joe ninjas, which actually are, I think, much better than this. So this is just like a meh to me. Like,
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
who
Yeah,
cares? Meh, you know.
yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm not down. I personally don't want more than one, but I mean, I think they're releasing them because they're hoping people will army build this one as well. But I don't think it's going to
Right.
be anywhere near like the GI Joe classified series ninjas.
So this is what is what would you call this? The part underneath his belt, like, is that a skirt or
Part of the robe, I guess.
why make it so long? Ninjas, they don't look like this. He looks too bulky, and
Right.
clumsy, and
He
he doesn't
does.
look sleek in it like an assassin.
Right. It looks like Daredevil could beat him with his eyes closed. Oh, that's
Yeah.
probably not a good pun because Daredevil's blind, but but
Yeah, he looks so clunky and
it
the
does.
the camel toe foot there.
Yeah.
Uh, I think for Hasbro they can do much better.
This
You know.
podcast is for mature viewers. We just said camel toe.
That's
Yeah,
like a
it looks goofy. It just looks. It looks from the back. It looks goofy. Him holding a sword looks goofy.
it looks
Um,
clumsy. It
yeah,
doesn't look like a
yeah,
ninja. It doesn't feel
yeah.
like a
I agree.
articulate icons ninjas. They felt like,
Yeah, they
you
felt
know,
good. Yep.
like killing machines.
I'm digging
So
Stiltman though. I gotta say,
yeah,
I'm
me
digging.
too.
Yeah.
Me too. Why? Why am I digging this figure? Like I don't even know nothing about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just works. It just friggin' works. What a build a figure to pull out of your ass, Hasbro. Like I never would have thought we would have got a stilt man. I can't tell you nothing about him. I know nothing about the guy.
All I can picture about Stiltman right now is walking into your bathroom and you're like hunched down in the bathtub where I can't see you, and you have Stiltman built up over like the side of the bathtub, and like you walk into the bathroom, that's all you see is Stiltman while you're like trying to hide in the bathtub.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what people are going to have pictures of him as high as his house, as their house.
Yep.
Somebody's going to buy 80 friggin' hand ninjas, and this guy's
Just
going
for
to
the
be like,
legs. Yep, you're not army
yeah.
building for the ninjas, you're army building for the Stiltman legs. That's crazy.
I'm going to bring up another figure now that I think is going to be a home run, and I can't. I mean, it's this Thanos from the Infinity Gauntlet. They're calling the Infinity Gauntlet comic accurate Thanos, and man, is it not a thing of beauty? Wow.
It
I mean,
is. I don't disagree with you, but I loved the other two Thanos figures they made, right? So they made the Build-A-Figure, which I really dig the colors. It has like darker colors on them, and I really kind of dug that about them.
sure.
And then they made the Walmart exclusive Thanos, which I
Hmm.
loved as well, right? I love them both. I have them both. Actually set up behind me, on a top shelf. But I also never. I always felt that those Thanos were not big enough, right? This Thanos looks like, to me, it's on the Red Hulk body, the bigger body,
Yeah.
and I think it's insane. It's just I wish they made this first, so I didn't have to buy the other two.
The other six. I mean, they did a lot of Thanos.
Oh,
There's
they did,
the
yeah.
movie Thanos, and oh man, there's tons of Thanos.
But I love Thanos. I read the Infinity Gauntlet back in the '90s.
Sure.
Yeah. Look.
Why didn't they put a Lady Death with him? Why couldn't this be a two back with Lady Death though? Like,
That's a
why
bigger.
not?
That's a bigger body, Rob. That's
Yeah.
definitely bigger than the current Thanos. That's the Red Hulk body. I bet you money.
Sure. Sure. Now that you say it, I agree. I totally agree with you. Yeah.
But that's going to be the definitive. I don't even want the other two now that this thing's coming out. I'm
Well, they're
not.
saying that the king. It's from a current storyline that the head that's in there.
Oh, right.
It's they're saying you could put it on. I believe the Walmart exclusive Thanos body, and you have an accurate. It's a pretty accurate to the comics.
Okay.
I think it's like a King Thanos or something. I'm not familiar with the storyline. Sorry, guys, but
Hmm.
they're saying that's what you could use that head for. So it's still viable,
Yeah, but man, that's gonna be that's gonna be one kick-ass Thanos. Do we know the price on that? Is 29.99?
$30.
Yeah, $30.
Yeah, it's sold out on Hasbro Pulse right now as a pre-order.
They'll bring it back in stock, hopefully.
Yeah,
How about
they're
Big
gonna.
Bad? Is it on Big Bad Toy Store right now?
Not sure.
I'll have to
Not
check.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, not sure. Yeah. Even at the behind, I've heard people talk about the image that's behind Thanos in the package. I don't have one right now to show you, but they're saying that you're going to be able to pull that out and put it behind Thanos. It's going to look pretty badass.
Oh, nice,
I think
nice.
it's like steps or it might be his throne. I'm not sure, but it's. I heard that picture is really nice. That would the box looks awesome. I might not even open them.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks great in that box.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dig him too, dude. I really dig him.
Now we got the.
Yeah.
What the hell, Hasbro, is this? What the hell are you doing?
I
This is
think
a.
I think it's a skin in the Spider-Man video game. I
Oh
think.
my God. They're calling it the Negative Zone Pizza Spider. Will you get the hell out of here already?
Yeah, I can do without this.
Yeah. Come on. I mean, this Spider Man, and I know you're still a fan of the Pizza Spider Man.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm a total fan of the new body that they came out in the retro line.
Mhm.
I think it's night and day. This looks so wonky, and now the hips look a little shaky. And why sometimes they just do stuff for a price gap. And I'm gonna friggin' buy the figure because I buy all the Spider-Man shit, and they know Rob's gonna buy this fucking Negative Zone friggin' Y has, bro.
Yeah, Negative Zone crap or Spider-Man.
Oh, and it's probably ain't gonna be able to find it. I'm gonna have to pay $50 for this Negative
I, I'll
Zone.
probably buy it too because I like to keep up on the Spider-Man stuff.
I know, I know. And I told you I'm just doing the X-Men and Spider-Man.
Hmm.
Well, now I'm also doing the Iron Man suits. Like
Yeah,
I can't
and
help it. They
yeah,
just suck me in,
and
man.
Stiltman and Frogman and Red
And now,
Ninja.
now I want Stiltman. I don't even have a freaking Daredevil anymore. Like
Yep.
I gotta go buy a
Yeah, you gotta
Daredevil
buy
now.
Daredevil. Yep. That's how they get
Oh,
you.
yeah, it's true. So true. Um, I don't really have anything else to show, so I'll stop presenting. We could just talk, but
So that was the reveals from this past week, I believe, right?
I
Pretty
think on
much.
the PulseCon or something like the Friday event or
Right.
whatever they have.
Right.
Yeah,
So definitely interesting. They're going to get more of my money. I'm sure they're going to get more of your money.
I already pre-ordered.
Yeah. I'll
I
be
already pre.
I'll be checking Big Bad Toy Store for that Thanos as soon as we get off as soon as we get off the podcast.
Sure, sure.
But
Yeah,
yeah, I'm excited, man. I wasn't excited at all for the wave till you just showed me pictures.
yeah. No, it is a really good wave. That Into the Spider-Verse, I think it's going to be one you should probably buy two, because I think that wave. I think they're going to do another wave because there's more figures to produce from that
Right.
line.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they
I,
gold mined. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. The new take on the Scorpion, where the body is a scorpion, yeah, I think that's going to be a build a figure or something.
Mm-hmm.
They did it in the 5-inch line, uh, and when Toys R Us was still open and all that. It might have been the Toys R Us exclusives. I'm not sure, but they did it in the. They actually made that scorpion on the legs and with the half body and all that. I love that look of that. Like
Mm.
for the Spider Verse, not for
Right.
like the comic verse, but I think it worked. The Kingpin, the way he looked in the Spider Verse, I love that.
Right.
There's not much I didn't like about the Spider Verse movie.
Right. Right.
It's hard for me to find things I don't like.
I, it was, and I watched it. I sat down, dude. I didn't expect much out of it, and I loved it.
Yeah,
You know, It's like, oh, I'll just sit for something to do. I'll sit down and watch it. But it was good. I really enjoyed that, that film.
Yeah,
But they're dumb not to make any more figures from it.
they're going to.
Yeah.
This wave is going to be a big hit,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to. They're gonna up the ante and do the rest of some more characters out of there. Definitely. They have
Cool.
the molds. They have the
Yeah.
molds to, the Spider-Man mold, and just, all they gotta do is a head, and they'll have the Spider-Man body, do the blonde Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
There's too much money there to be made for
Right.
Hasbro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm excited about that stuff, dude. So, lots of cool stuff coming.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For sure. So, all right, cool, man. Lots of nice reveals.
Some nice card talk. We had a good night. We had a good fun Mozzcast with the original.
The original two members.
The original two.
Watch
Yeah.
those two guys. They said the word camel toe.
And playing in his bathtub.
All right, guys. So that's it for this episode. You got anything else you want to add, Rob?
Oh, I do. If it makes you happy, do it. If it doesn't, then don't.
Later, guys.
Live by that motto.
Yeah.
Live by it.
Later, guys.